Good afternoon. I'd like to call the November 12th, 2025 Committee on Ways and Means meeting to order. We'll begin by asking Councilmember McBride to give us an invocation.
Lord God, give us wisdom and discernment and to make the best decisions for the city of Charleston. And just please bless all our families and friends and for the health of all of us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Item number 2, approval of minutes from
Move for
October
approval.
28th. Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 3, bids and purchases. We've got $350,000 for IT, 3 grapple trucks for $738,000. 2 rear loaders for $668,000 and 72 a modular vehicle barrier system for $211,689. I heard a motion properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 4 is an ordinance adopting the latest standardized business license rate schedule, which is sitting on your desks. Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 5 is an approval of 395 King Street retail space renovation, change order number 2, $33,870.12. Moved and properly set. Do we have a second?
Yes.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 6, this is a big one. Approval of a parking garage group 3 structural repairs with Stone Restoration of America, $5,344,341. Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying.
1 second.
Up.
I'll second it.
Did we not have a second? I thought we had a second.
It's all right.
I can't hear what I'm talking and you guys are seconding and stuff.
The fact that you kept on talking seems to have acted as the second. Thank you.
Seconds are hard to come by today. Okay, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 7, approval of Mariucci Park improvements, landscaping and construction contract, $501,017.24. Moved and properly seconded. I was out there a couple months ago. This is desperately needed. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 8 is Housing and Community Development, authorization for Courier Square Phase 2 to transfer fee and lieu funds. Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 9 is approval of Spring Fishburne Pump Station Phase 5 Maintenance Service Agreement with Harper General Contractors, $500,020.96 for sediment removal from the Spring Fishburne Pump Station shaft. Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 10 is also stormwater management, approval of the brick arch lining on Meeting Street and Cumberland Street
Approval.
with palmetto gunite, $270,000. Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 11, also stormwater management.
Second.
Quick question about that. I probably should have asked one about number 10 as well. Just what's going on there and how do we figure it out?
Yeah, let's, I think Mr. Fountain's coming to the mic to
Sorry, Matt.
explain everything.
Thanks.
So Councilman Zegans, this is in support of some Dominion utility crossing work. The developer is basically signing MOA with us to direct pay the contractor, but we're managing the work to make sure the brick arches are lined.
And it's the developer of what?
The new Four
The Four
Seasons Hotel.
Yes.
So we get free brick arch repair. Well, we're not
And-
paying for it.
And I guess conduit by which underground wiring can be established for that whole area. So this is a really good deal. I just think it's good to point out that we're fixing our drainage and we're getting ready to go underground, both of which are really good things. So thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing that couple of minutes.
So thanks to Pinnacle Mountain Holdings for doing that. Did we get a motion and a second on this one? Moved and properly seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item number 12 is the Police and Fire Department approval to accept the fiscal year 25 Port Security Grant Program Award, $832,600. Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Now I'll turn this over to Chairman Appel for his report on the Committee on Real Estate, which was held, that meeting was held on Monday, October 27th.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. City's Committee on Real Estate met back on October 27th. First item up was an authorization for the city to enter a lease agreement with the Ronald McDonald House downtown to facilitate their ongoing expansion. This will be essentially just to relocate the dumpster for the building. And so this is a 6-month lease. We're extending it out through June 30th of 2027. Either side can terminate at any time. There's a lot of flexibility built into this, but this is basically just to help them facilitate their expansion, which I think is a wonderful thing, given the great work that they do for our community over on Calhoun Street. Next item up is involving some property that many of us here on council know very well, which is the courthouse right across the street. Back in 2000, the city and county entered into an IGA that facilitates the management and maintenance of the little pedestrian path that sort of goes from Broad Street, back behind the historic courthouse. Whereas the city owned it and the county was responsible for all maintenance, the county has asked us to convey the right-of-way to the county. And this would facilitate this agreement, this amendment to the IGA before council. And the city reserves the right to remove the existing bollards should there be any need to provide for emergency access. And that was unanimously approved. And I think I forgot to mention the Ronald McDonald House thing was unanimously approved as well. The next item up involved a piece of property over on the east side. This is owned by the Jerusalem Baptist Church. This was some real estate that was bird dogged by one Councilman Keith Waring. Opportunity arose for the city to step in before this hit the private market. The purchase price is $550,000. The money is coming from the Cooper River Bridge TIF. Property is about 1.14 acres. We're in the process of getting an appraisal for that. And the city owns adjacent parcels. And the hope is that we can use this property for stormwater management and or affordable housing, maybe both. And that was unanimously approved. We had a discussion involving the proposed school site over at Long Savannah, but it looks like we're withdrawing that one. Is that correct? Okay, so we can move past that. The other item was a very generous donation of about 62 acres of property over on Daniel Island. We actually took that up at our last meeting on October 28th, so we don't need to discuss that. Then there were a number of annexations. I want to definitely note that item 13-814 Melrose Drive. 843 Melrose Drive. They've requested deferral. Unfortunately, this is, we had them, but then something happened and we're back to where we are. But hey, it's only one out of 16. So what are you going to say? And I'd like to point out that numbers 4 and 5 on our annexation list here are the CarMax over in West Ashley. So that's commercial property, 6%. That's a pretty significant get. So hats off to Molly, our annexation coordinator, and all of the annexations were unanimously approved as well. And with that said, I'd offer that report up to the committee for approval.
Just one comment. Just really quick, just point of clarification, not clarification, but just for the public's knowledge. Paragraph F, item 2 and 3, the 2 annexations on Johns Island, that is to facilitate the Barbary Woods flooding project.
And if I may just comment on the Long Savannah purchase, just to give you all an update. As you all recall, that was something that we felt very strongly needed to be a local school. We still hold that opinion. We've been working with Charleston County School District on buying that property. They are still very much committed to that property as being a school. We're just now being taken out as the middlemen. They are dealing directly with the seller. There's a little bit of question on price. We had an appraisal, they had an appraisal, the school district had an appraisal. The price was somewhere in between. The school district's working with them. But I feel very confident that they are committed to making sure that that remains a school or will be a school site, a community school site. So we'll keep you posted. I'm getting updates from Superintendent Huggins on that process, but we are now out of being the middlemen, and they are working directly together.
Councilman Waring.
Mr. Mayor, thank you for that update. Did you have a chance to convey to Superintendent Huggins the importance that city council members out in the area felt that transaction hopefully be consummated?
I have been very clear on how important that is, and she, I think, shares that feeling of importance. It's
Great.
just they have a process. They have their board that wants to go through their process, and I do feel like, based on the motion that was made and the vote that was taken at the school district, that they are going to figure this out one way or another.
Thank you very much for your input. One other aspect, back to the CarMax location. I mean, it's a very big land coming into the city. It's one of the few car dealerships on the Auto Mile that's not in the city of Charleston. Now, on Melrose Drive, which formerly was in District 7, but I think now in Councilman Shealy's district, the auto carrier would stage up on Etowah Drive. And I used to get a lot of calls about that, obviously, when they're delivering cars to CarMax. So they bought the property, I lose my directions, but on the corner of, I guess that would be the southwest corner of Savage and Melrose, right behind the Circle K. Hopefully, that'll be coming back to us, and instead of them staging up on Etowah Drive, blocking local traffic when that occurs, they'll have their own separate site that they could stage up on, and hopefully that'll be coming back to us very soon. So kudos to Miss Molly again.
Thank you, Councilman Waring. Okay, so we had a motion and a second on the report on the Committee on Real Estate. Any other discussion on the Real Estate Committee report? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Now, I believe we have an item we need to add to the agenda. Councilmember Tinkler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would move to add an item 14 to the agenda, specifically seeking authorization for mayor to execute a contract and a form to be approved by City Legal Department with Demolition Environmental Companies, LLC, in an amount not to exceed $357,344 to include an additional mitigation credit for damage to neighboring property, that's 995 King Street, up to $255,000 subject to specific exemptions for negligent acts for a total of $612,344. And the exigent circumstance for that is that there has been a collapse of the roof of this property, and it's in imminent danger of collapsing altogether. So we need to move quickly.
All right, I have a motion and a second to put it on the agenda. I'm not going to repeat it because it was very specific and I can't recite all that, but so add item number 14 relating to item or 1001 King Street. We have some discussion.
Yes, I know the building very well. It was a Masonic building at one time. And when this happened, I was out there when they called me. I was out there when all this is going on, and it's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous situation there. You have a complex to the left of it that's, they had to move everyone out of there and put them into a hotel. They had to call the Red Cross that day to put them up because they was afraid that that side of the building was going to fall on that particular complex. Then you have Rodney, to my right, you have Rodney Barbecue there, and they cannot sit outside anymore because they're afraid that part would fall on. The roof caved in, so when the roof caved in, it's about to separate. And if you go by there, you'll see they have the whole place already fenced off and things like that. But it's very, very dangerous. And the people, I had some young lady, she's an elderly person that she's just moving that complex about 3 weeks or a month ago. And she is terrified that she had to move out of her place and she wasn't in that long. So she was up in uproar with it, and a couple of other people living in there was uproar about it because they're just moving that particular complex. So I think this is, we need to move on. I'm sorry that we have to deal with it, but we need to do something because it's very dangerous and we don't want to see anyone else get hurt in that area. So whatever we can do to try to assist, we can have to take it over and do it and put something against the property of whomever, because I don't know, I was trying to find out who owns the property now and see we couldn't find who owns the property anymore at this point. So I think I'm asking my colleague just let's go along with it because it's a very dangerous situation. Thank you.
And we're voting just to put it on the agenda, right?
Correct. A motion, so we got a motion and a second to put item number 14 on the agenda relating to the demolition of 1001 King Street. Any other discussion on adding that to the agenda? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Now to take up item number 14.
Second.
Moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? Councilmember Seekins.
Just very quickly, my understanding is that other than some property tax liens against that property, there is value, and I'm assuming whatever monies we put into demolition and protection and fixing the property next door will serve as a lien against it. So there is some hope that we're going to get a good bit, if not all of this money back, because it's a valuable piece of property.
That's correct. I believe we're foreclosing that property. Yep. So,
Good. Okay,
uh,
let's get it down.
Councilmember Mitchell.
Well, hopefully, normally when we do something like this, we usually put a lien against the property if we have to do it. So that's what we're going to probably follow that same guideline. I believe, Mr. Mayor, we're going to follow that same guideline. And this is what's going to happen. So we can kind of recap back what we get. And it's a good piece of property there. So we just go along with it. Thank you.
All right, Councilmember Waring.
How much effort or hopefully success we have in trying to reach the owner? I know you said we couldn't reach the owner. I know it's
Ask
a
the-
lodge, but
Ms. Copeland, will you please come to the microphone?
Oh, well, before she comes, I had I contact someone who had a person that was a member of that particular Masonic Lodge, and I gave it to the fire department that day, and he called them, so I don't know what transpired between them at the time. And one time, somebody said it was sold, and someone else was saying this, so I don't know what the ramification of that. Thank you.
Thank you for that. We did try that number and it rang and no one ever answered. And what I did realize is that there are so many different variations of Masons, I had no
Right.
idea. So we have been in contact with at least 3 national Mason organizations and no one seems to know which one this belongs to or if anyone's alive still in that particular lodge that claimed ownership of the building. So that's the problem we're dealing with right now.
well, I understand. Listen, I'm gonna vote for the measure, but I just want to make sure we do
Mhm.
an exhaustive effort to get to the owner.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
What I would do, I have that gentleman's name again, because I got it from a couple of people in the community. And like I said, it's a different in the Masonic Lodge. And they're not a part of the one that I'm in anyway.
Right.
You know, they are a little different, so I don't want to get into that part of it, but anyway, I can contact I get that same number and I can pass it on to you and
That'd
see
be
if you
great.
can contact that same individual to see, because he was a part of that lodge. And, he was supposed to have been big in there at the time, so I can, I'll get the number from you.
Thank you.
And pass it
That'd
on
be
to you.
fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, any other discussion on item number 14? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. If nothing else come before this committee, we stand adjourned.